Today I'm taking you through what a chest workout looks like for me. Every workout I ever do is completely different. No two workouts are ever the same in this video, and I will teach you how to mix up your style of training and show you how you can hit your chest muscles from multiple different angles, maximizing what you get from the workout. Chest for me has always been a genetic gift, as well as my shoulders. So I train them hard, yes, but I definitely put more emphasis on my arms and legs and back, which are my weaker spots. Set 1, as you guys know, is always a warm-up set. Warm-up sets consist of a very lightweight, high reps, and you need to make sure you do your best to maintain perfect form throughout the entire set. When bench pressing, you want to lower the bar all the way down to your chest and no locking out on your elbows, placing maximum tension on your chest throughout the entire set. I include multiple different training variations into my workouts to make sure I am still getting the absolute most from them, but at the same time minimizing the risk of injury. I used to love going really heavy, but trust me, once you start getting injuries, it starts affecting your workout and it's not worth it. Training smart is just as important as training hard. Set 3 is the first working set for the workout, and this time I'm going a little bit heavier. When performing bench press, you need to make sure you feel the tension in your chest and not from your shoulders. You need to really think your way through the motion and practice making the movement hurt your chest. You need to flare your elbows out to the sides, get your grip right on the bar nice and even, lower the weight down just off your chest, and push the weight up, actually pushing it with your chest muscles. You need to feel it in your chest, not just your front delts for this to happen. As I said, you need to flare your elbows out to the sides, and you need to be lifting a weight that is the right heaviness for you to be able to lift properly during your chest workout. A lot of the time when I train chest, I perform the bench press for as long as I can. I do as many sets as I feel necessary because I believe that this exercise breaks down your chest the most. The bench press is a compound movement, and it breaks the chest down more than any isolation exercise, and is the #1 exercise that is going to help you build a big chest. You can never do too much bench pressing. This is the last set of heavy lifting for my chest. When lifting a little heavier, you need to remember that form is always more important than the weight you're lifting. In this set, as you have seen, I am incorporating pause reps, which maximizes the amount of tension on my chest and creates the most tears in the muscle for maximum growth. You want to pause at the hardest part of the rep for as long as you can, and when bench pressing, the hardest part of the rep is when the bar is just off your chest and not resting on your chest. One key thing is make sure you're not locking your elbows out. Once you have lifted the maximum amount of reps on the heaviest weight you are lifting, you cut the weight in half and go straight into a drop set again to make the exercise even harder.
Make the bass boom.
Once I have finished on the bench press, I move over to the machine bench press, which is on an incline, and it's very similar to the actual bench press. The majority of the time, I would recommend doing normal bench press first and fatiguing the chest with free weights, then moving on to the machine press. Eliminates the risk of dropping the weight on top of you and ensures you are going through the correct range of motion and that your form is spot on. At the end of the day, all that matters is how hard you have trained, how many tears you've created in the muscle, and what you eat when you get home to recover right. In the next set, on the machine bench press, I am incorporating negative repetitions into the set again to make the exercise much harder. The slower you lower the weight down when performing negatives, the more tension you are placing on your chest. Once I can no longer perform negative reps due to my chest being so fatigued, I finish the set off with normal reps, going through the full range of motion, making sure I train my chest to full failure on all my sets. You must always train to a full failure. You cannot leave anything left in the tank or you will not be maximizing your results. On the third set, I incorporate pause reps, and it's a very effective technique to create maximum amount of tears when lifting heavy weight. In this set, I'm performing cable flies from above my head. Cable flies above your head still hits your entire chest, but more so focuses on your upper chest. When performing this, it is important that you squeeze your chest as hard as you can at the top of each rep. Also maintaining a slight bend in your elbows throughout the entire exercise so that you're isolating your chest and minimizing the use of any other muscle group. Now I'm performing cable flies in line with the middle of my chest. I'm hitting the muscle from many different angles to develop and break down the muscle in as many different ways as I can. Now that I'm doing them in line with the height of my chest, I am now focusing the majority of the stress on the middle of my chest instead of the top of my chest. Also, make sure you're squeezing as hard as you can at the top of the rep. Back to doing cable flies above my head. I'm squeezing as hard as I can at the end of each rep, and then I'm going into a triple drop set at the end of it to maximize all my results. Now I'm doing cable flies from below. I'm hitting as many different angles as possible to develop my well-rounded chest. When performing cable flies from below, you want to be isolating your chest and your chest alone. You must maintain the slight bend in your elbow. It is a must, or else you will be doing bicep curls. So make sure to keep your arms straight. Once you bring the weight up from the bottom using your chest, squeeze your chest as hard as you can at the top of the rep. After all these sets, my chest is starting to get very fatigued, which is a good thing, but it gets harder and harder to maintain the correct form on it. So what you need to do is maintain correct form as long as you can, even if you need to perform some cheat reps. The reason you would perform cheat reps is so you can continue the set without having to give up, because anything you do past the point of failure is when you're going to see the most results. Again, I finished the set off with a triple drop set and take my muscles way past the point of full failure. Next, I am hitting the incline from dumbbell press. This is a very effective way to tear your chest. Now watch my form as I don't lock out my elbows on each push. I squeeze my chest as hard as I can at the top of each rep, and it's very important in maximizing the growth.
This day marks the beginning of a new chapter of the universe.
So my chest is completely wrecked at this point, but my intensity goes up. I raise the weight by 10 pounds, and I'm doing incline dumbbell press again. Now watch as I perform this. I'm not locking out my elbows at the top of each rep, and I'm still squeezing as hard as I can. You can definitely see in my face how painful this is. I'm completely exhausted at this point of the workout.
Bass boom.
But I grab a little bit lighter weight and I do dumbbell incline press again. I'm still squeezing as hard as I can at the top of every rep, and I'm still bringing it down, stretching and tearing all those muscle fibers. So as I told you at the beginning of the video, I think bench press is definitely the best way to hit your chest and tear as many muscle fibers as possible. I'm doing very, very lightweight, but it's really effective at this point because my chest is totally broken down. After I hit the bench, I drop straight into push-ups. It's kind of embarrassing how many I can do, but I pump out as many as I have left, doing a superset. So I've got really light weight on the bar, but I'm doing the exact same thing here. Squeezing my chest as hard as I can, and you can see it in my face that I can barely get any more reps up. Now I'm finishing out with a superset in the last 3 sets here. I'm doing dumbbell bench press, supersetted with push-ups. Now you can see it in my face, I really don't have much left, but I pump out about 5 push-ups to finish. So intensity is everything at this point in the workout. I've lowered the weight in half. One very important thing to remember is to keep correct form, especially at the end of your workout. It's very important to tear the muscles the right way with correct form. It's actually embarrassing how many reps I get with this light of weight, but at the end it's actually pretty impressive. I dropped down for some push-ups to finish the workout out, and this is all I have left. It's so key to focus on intensity, especially at the end of your workout.